All right. Welcome to the Let Me Know podcast. Today is actually the first episode of the Let Me Know After Hours. And today specifically, we're doing an After Dark episode. Let Me Know After Dark. With me, I have my main crew, Juanito, Salomon.
Yo.
And I invited my boy, Rudy. Yeah, we all went to high school together, bro. So we've been going strong for what, like 20 fucking years now at this point, bro?
22, 23.
Yeah, bro. I think I've known you longer than I've not known you.
Yeah. That's an honor.
You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
Yes, that's how.
Known you guys for more than half of my life.
Yeah, that's why I said it like
Just
that.
quick math, yeah.
That's
Quick
crazy,
math, yeah,
bro.
Quick
yeah.
math.
I've definitely known this food.
Yeah.
Hey, you fools go a little longer.
Yeah,
bro.
super
Cedar
longer.
Lane. All right, so the Let Me Know After Hours is specifically what we talk about after all is said and done, after a long fucking work shift, a work day, after we've already talked about all the stuff there is to discuss on the podcast. We get into the stuff at the end. The truth is, I don't know how or why, but every time that I meet somebody or that I'm having a conversation with somebody, I think this happens with all of us, we get into a conversation about the supernatural. We get into some shit like, hey, what's the weirdest thing you've seen? Hey, what's the scariest thing you've seen? And so that's kind of what this episode is going to be.
Bless you.
So this is, bless you.
Thank you.
So this is a bit,
Supernatural.
this is a this is a big reason why we got my boy Rudy on with us right now. But I want to start off by telling you fools something that happened to me the other day. So I've been delivering for Amazon Flex.
Get
Okay.
into it.
Yeah. Now there's two things that have happened to me. One being supernatural. One I don't know if it was supernatural, but I'm gonna tell you guys and you let me know what you think. So I'll tell you that one first.
Okay.
So I was delivering in.
It wasn't.
I don't think it was either, bro, but it was fucking freaky, and that's the part that I think you fools can like really agree with. Let's get into it real quick. Usually I try to drive in the madrugada because you get paid more for those shifts, right? And this time my shift started at 3:30, so I'm leaving my house
AM.
2:30ish, 2:45 a.m. Yeah, and so I get there 3:30. My packages, right? I put them in my car and then I leave. I was driving to
Menifee.
Menifee. Yeah. So I was
Damn,
delivering in
bro,
fucking
that's
Menifee.
far.
Well, they don't always send me that far, but this fucking time they sent me that far, bro. And if you see, Menifee's kind of like deserty
Yeah,
and fucking ugly and shit, you
For
know.
sure, for sure.
And then there's areas
I do
where
electrical on the ranches out in Winchester, right by Menifee.
see,
That's
so you
far,
know what
dude,
I'm
yeah.
talking about, bro.
I know exactly the vibes you're gonna tell her.
Dude, and it's fucking the sun's not even out yet.
scary.
It's fucking nighttime, dirt roads, bro.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So, and these houses are like kind of far in between and shit. So it's
Yeah.
not like you're not on top of each other like in the city or in the
Right.
suburbs, bro.
And it's
fucking-
farmland.
It's farmland, basically, bro. Yeah. So I'm delivering to a spot in Menifee. I get to this house. It's probably like my fifth package, maybe sixth package. It was early on, right? I probably got like 40, 50 packages to deliver, about 40-ish. So I get to this house, right? And what I like to do to stay awake, I like to listen to scary stories. Spanish, English, doesn't even matter. I'll listen to scary stories because it keeps me awake. It keeps me alert. But I also like that feeling, bro, of like being scared and
Yeah.
shit. You know what I mean? I don't know why.
You're on
It's hard to
edge.
explain. Yeah, to be on edge like that. So I was listening to some fucking scary stories. And so I get to this house and the gate is closed and it's like fucking far to get into the actual house. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm just gonna leave this right outside the gate. Like, fuck, or I'm gonna put my hand into the gate and leave the package there. But there's no way I'm walking into that fucking house. Like, get out of here, bro. It's 4 a.m. right now. So as I'm gonna deliver the package, I start to hear like ruffling, like footsteps at like the neighbor's house. So this neighbor's driveway was close to the driveway I was in, right? So you can see his cars and all that stuff. The house is still further in, but there's like 4 or 5 beat up cars, bro. They were like older. It almost seems like he was working on them, you know? Like
junk.
that's just junk, yeah, like junky cars like that. So I start to hear like footsteps and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, am I really hearing this or am I on edge right now? And I'm just fucking imagining this, bro. And so I'm like looking, I don't hear anything anymore. So I'm like, all right, cool. I leave the package, take the picture of the package. And as I turn to walk back to my car, I hear, hey. I'm like, what the fuck? Real quick, before I get into it,
What time is this again?
About 4 a.m.
Oh,
sun's not
shit,
even out yet.
dude.
Yeah, sun's not even out yet, bro. This is what makes
It's
it
dark
This
over
is,
there.
yeah, dark, and this is what makes it weird, bro.
There's no street lights?
No.
No, it's dark,
shit,
bro.
bro.
It's
Dark,
dark. Like if houses have lights, then maybe you can see, but most houses don't
It's
have
so
them.
dark, even with my bright flashlights, because I would do electrical work out there. Even with my bright flashlights, it would only make it.
It's
like
only a
25
section.
feet.
It's only like a
Yeah.
quick section, bro. It's not gonna light up the whole thing. It's kind of crazy. So when I hear, hey, what's going through my head in that moment, brief fucking moment, bro, because you just fucking like go through all sorts of thoughts in a second. I'm thinking like, fuck, hearing something when you're not expecting to hear anything, when you're thinking you're alone, is scarier than seeing something when you're alone, bro. So, because I'm hearing it, and it's just vibrations in my fucking ear, dude. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? And I like look over to where I heard the voice, and there's this little girl, 8, 9 years old maybe, was coming up from behind the car, and she's like a little blondie, was wearing like kind of like pink little PJ sweats and like a kind of like a muscle shirt that didn't fit her all the way, and she was sucia, bro, all dirty, like she had been playing in the dirt and shit like that, bro. I don't know.
Wait, you saw this?
I heard it and saw it, bro. So when she did that, so when I heard that, I saw her, and like I was trying not to like panic in that moment. So I was just like, oh hey, good morning. And then I just walked back into my car, and as I'm going into my car, I'm trying to like not acknowledge it just in case it is something supernatural. This is what's going through my head, but I'm also like trying to, in case it was something crazy, like not to offend it, you know.
Yeah, bro. You said it.
I love it.
But honestly, it was like plain as day. So it was a girl, like straight up. I could see her, you know. The light from my car is enough to illuminate her, you know. So when she says, hey, and I'm telling her, hey, have a nice day, all that stuff, and I'm going back to my car, I'm like trying not to look at her, but then like I look at her again, and she's just like looking at me like, just like saludando, like a mailman or some shit like that. Like, oh, hey, mailman, you know, like something like that, bro. So then I'm like, hey, have a nice day. I get in my car and I just drive off, bro. And then I can see her just go back into the cars and shit like that.
What the fuck? And there's no adults around?
There's no adults. And so this is what I started. So as I'm driving away, I'm thinking, like, is this girl neglected? Is she living here by herself?
Does she need
Is
help?
she sleepwalking? Does she need help? But she didn't look like she needed help. She didn't look like she was in distress. She looked like straight up a girl saying hi to a neighbor. Like that was it, bro. At 4 fucking a.m., dude. Yeah. Now she looked like, I've also seen like apparitions and stuff like that, which we'll get into. She was a normal girl. That's why I don't know if it was supernatural or not, bro. You know, I was just like tripping because it's 4 a.m. I was listening to scary stories. I'm already on edge.
Yeah,
I'm hearing
bro.
a hey from a little fucking kid's voice out of nowhere.
That's crazy.
This girl pops out and she looks like she's been playing in the dirt. So for all I know, like this is her routine. She wakes up early as fuck. She goes out to play with
Ain't
her
no
dogs.
kid wake up at 4
At
a.m.
4?
I don't know. It's a
I thought
different
it
place.
don't wake up till 12 in the afternoon.
That's not her
The
routine.
thing is,
That's not her routine.
I'm in Menifee, bro. I'm in Menifee. Her parents are probably tweakers or some shit, you know? Like, she's
Maybe.
probably not
That's
living, she's not living a normal child life and shit, you know? So I decided not to do anything but keep on my drive. And guess
Kicks
what?
her in the chest.
Yeah, oh my God.
Throw the box at her?
But I'm so glad I
Here you
wasn't
go,
delivering to her,
Yeah.
dude. If I was delivering to her, like,
That's
fuck,
crazy.
I would have had it. I would have had
Maybe
to.
her
Oh,
tweaker
this
parents
wasn't her
were
house.
sleeping in
No,
the
so-
next car.
So she was
Bro,
coming from the
send her, hey,
neighbor's
go
driveway.
Go get the Amazon.
Yeah.
Front door
yeah.
neighbor? Next door?
No, next door neighbor. So she was coming from the next door neighbor's driveway where all the junky cars were. So that she's like popping out of the cars out of
Out of one
fucking
of the cars?
nowhere.
Oh.
Yeah, so she was like in between the cars. I mean, I don't know where
what I'm
she was.
saying, maybe-
For all I know, she was probably walking up the whole time. I don't know, dude.
She
She
was
just
sleeping in
came
one
out
of the
of
cars.
nowhere, you know? And like I said, I heard footsteps as I was going to
crazy,
deliver the
dude.
package. It was when I came back, started to go back to my car, that I hear the hey. I was like, oh, hey.
I'll do the same
Good
thing,
morning.
bro.
You
I'll
know?
say hi and then fucking.
Yeah, and I was
cago.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
no.
I was
Yeah,
trying
bro.
not to leave scared so much though. You know, I was trying not to show that I was
so
fearful,
obvious.
but I was so fucking
'Cause
fearful,
then she
bro.
would be right behind you.
And so what's funny is that as I drove off, bro, I changed the scary
real quick.
stories to comedy specials, bro. I put on Nate Bargatze, comedian, fucking and I just drove like that for until the sun came out, bro, for like the next 2 hours and shit, bro.
Fuck no.
Change the mood.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so when I was asking you guys, do you think this was supernatural? Like that's what the fuck I meant. Like I can't tell if
It
was
could be,
supernatural
but
or
for
not.
sure it's creepy.
I don't know if it was
Yeah, but
supernatural,
that's
but
what
yeah,
I
it
was
was
saying. That's what I was saying.
creepy
Creepy
as
as
Because
fuck,
if her
bro.
parents are tweakers, if she's just
Yeah.
out there playing with her dog or her dolls or whatever the case may be, like that
Yeah,
just
bro.
may be her hours of operation. Like that.
How old does she look?
You know, like
How old, her hours of
Her
operation.
business hours.
her hours of operation.
like
Like,
nine, right?
I'm open. I'm
she's like 8 or 9. 8 or
That's
9.
crazy, dude.
Like she was for sure not older than 10. You know, she was
8 or
just in
9.
that little age range and shit like that.
Yeah,
You
her
know,
parents
it-
were probably in the next car, fucking sleeping right there.
It's possible too. Like someone could have been in the car and she was with him or something, but she looked sucia. She looked dirty.
That's
Not
crazy,
not
bro.
not so
sad.
crazy, like so bad, but she was clearly like
In
had
the
been
dirt.
playing in the dirt, bro.
Ah.
And it was
It's
all
a
dirt
lot of
roads.
dirt.
It
It's
was
a
all
lot of
dirt
dirt
roads.
over there,
Yeah.
That's
Was she
fucking
barefoot?
crazy.
Yeah. Barefoot.
Oh,
Barefoot.
shit.
So barefoot, the
Bro, there's
little
alacranes and shit over
No,
there.
I know, bro, but she don't care. She don't care about that.
Sure you
She was
don't.
playing
It's
out
okay.
there. And so both her pink sweats and her white little muscle shirt both didn't fit her. Like it looked like they were both
small.
like, yeah. And maybe I should have
Yeah.
called the cops, bro. I don't know. But I was just way too fucking scared, bro. It's 4 a.m., dude. Get the
Bro.
fuck out of here, bro.
Fuck.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. You know, so that's why I was asking you guys. I don't know what you think about that
I don't know
one.
if it was
but that one-
supernatural. Maybe just you did see her.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
You saw
Exactly.
her.
Exactly.
You saw her, and something's wrong with all that situation.
Just that picture. Yeah.
just that
like,
situation. It's
ugh.
like
Because everything you
something's wrong
said,
with it.
you try to reason with it, bro.
Supernatural.
Like,
I don't know.
okay, maybe she has tweaker parents. That has to be it.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if you remember,
'Cause-
but we used to ghost hunt a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Of course you remember. But as a ghost hunter, you have to try and debunk little noises, things you see.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, there was a window open, so there was a draft
Crackling.
and it closed a window. Yeah, exactly. Old
Yeah.
house noises and shit like
you brought
that.
a
you know?
memory back that I completely forgot. Go
Yeah, well, I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
like, that's why I have to try to like rationalize what the hell I just saw. You know, it wasn't that she was a ghost; it was probably XYZ, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But yeah, bro. Which real quick, like, actually reminds me of a story that you told me once, bro, where you were delivering because you are a truck driver and shit, and you saw like this old lady looking into the window out of nowhere. Do you remember that story or no?
Wait, say that again?
So you were parked. I don't know if you had already delivered or you were about to deliver, and it was dark, and you were in like a parking lot or some shit like that. And
Oh, yeah.
you remember?
Yes.
Tell me that story real quick.
Was it the one recently, right?
Maybe like a few months ago you told me this. Maybe like as far back as a year ago it could have been.
But it's the same thing. Like, I don't know if she's a tweaker or not.
Exactly,
bro.
exactly. Tell me that story. Do you remember it?
Okay, so it's not. I don't know if it's supernatural or if it's just a tweaker lady. But pretty much, it was a girl who came up to me, and she straight up told me, "Hey, if you want, I can take the dolphins out of the truck." And I looked at her. Yeah, bro. And her eyes, bro, were so honest. They were so sincere. Like she was trying to help me. She was like, "If you want, I can take the dolphins out of your truck." And I was like, in my mind, I'm like, "Don't get near me, bro. Like, what are you doing?"
You weren't in the truck though.
No.
You were outside of the
I
truck.
was outside the truck.
Oh,
But the way
shit.
she came up to me was like trying to help me. Like I could take them out. And her eyes, bro, were like she was like she was gone. Like she wasn't there. Like whatever she was, it was
It's in
weird,
the eyes,
bro.
man.
Yeah, it's in the eyes. It's in the eyes. Just all like darkened, bro. Like maybe she hasn't slept good for for days. I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
But just like that. And then she's like, "Yeah, I could take the dolphins out of your truck." And I was like, "No, I'm okay, miss." But I'm already like shook. I'm already like
Yeah.
nervous.
It's
I'm
dark,
like,
bro,
Yeah,
outside,
it's,
yeah.
yes. Well, it's dark. Like, there's no reason why she should be out here and say that to me.
What
You
time
do-
was this?
That's crazy.
It was like around like 1-ish, 2-ish.
Oh my god.
And,
Yes,
and
bro.
you also didn't see her walk up to you?
I did not. I did
Yeah,
not.
she
bro.
just
I did
got
not.
out of nowhere
And
was
like,
there.
And like you, bro, I got earbuds on, so I'm just listening to random shit. And she comes up to me and she's like trying to help me. I'm like, "Bro, I don't need like."
Get the fuck away from
What are
me,
you
bitch.
doing, bro? Like,
Spartan
we're the only
kick.
ones out here. We're the only ones out here. What are you talking about, dolphins, bro? Like, but like her hair, everything, bro, was like straight
She was
out
in
of
the
a scary
ocean, fool.
movie, bro. Just like the gown, the everything, like typical
Oh,
classic,
shit.
yeah, straight shit like that, bro. I was like, dude, what are you talking about,
If,
dolphins?
if you had to guess an age, what would you guess?
70s?
Damn.
Old
In her
lady.
That's
70s.
old.
Old.
That's
Like
Old.
what's that one movie where the old lady goes to the restaurant? Legion. I am
Oh,
Legion.
Legion. Oh, yeah.
That viejita.
But
Perfect.
What did you say?
Yeah.
But your baby's
Yes.
gonna burn. All the little babies are gonna burn. Yeah.
Just
yeah.
random shit like that. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what are
yeah.
you saying? Like,
No,
I can't
no,
even respond to what you're saying.
Yeah.
So now, I put my back against the wall because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this bitch is gonna do. So I'm like looking around, like,
70-year-old lady, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. You can easily snap her in half,
Yeah,
bro.
They're
but
bro.
gonna
you're-
lift you up and shit.
yeah.
That's the part that's
Bro,
scarier, dude.
and she walked away all like hunched over, like just like creeping
my
away.
God.
Yeah, bro. I was like, what the fuck?
Was she
bro?
hunching
You
when she
should have been
talked
like,
to you?
walk right.
Was she hunching when she talked
Walk
to you?
right.
No, she was like reaching out to me, like I'm trying to help you.
Hell no.
I like don't worry, I'm trying to help you.
Get the fuck out of here, bitch.
Yeah, I feel like what?
That
What are you
looked
talking
back.
about? And then like she just walked away all like hunched over, like no, bro.
That could have been supernatural.
Hey,
It
dude,
could
that
have been some.
sounds creepy as
It
shit.
could
It's
also,
creepy.
it could have also
Yeah,
been like a
tweaker.
lady with Alzheimer's too,
Tweaker
you know, like
ass.
dealing with some shit like that.
shit.
Could have also been something like that, bro,
I mean-
you know. But what are you gonna do? Go help her? Like,
No,
you're
bro.
trying to get
No.
So I don't know if this is the same story, but I remember you telling me where you got in your car, you were doing something like on your clipboard or something like that, and then you look over and there's a fucking lady smiling at you, and you just took the fuck off, bro. And there was speed bump, and you didn't give a fuck. You were just like, dunk, 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 dunk. Like, you didn't give a fuck. You left, bro. You didn't give a fuck about the
What
safety
the
of the
heck?
truck, bro. I don't know if it was the same story or not. I don't know
No,
if
it's not
it-
the same story. That must be another one, bro.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. I just remembered that real quick
Oh,
because
shit.
I think about that story a lot. Because I'm like, fuck that.
That's
like,
crazy.
That's
you know.
the thing, bro. Like the hours that I work, bro. I don't know if it's tweakers. I don't know if it's
Tweakers.
like
supernatural.
like supernatural.
Because it could be either
Both.
or, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah,
You don't know.
Because like
you know?
there's times too where like I will go and I'll pick up my packages at 3:30, and it'll be not too many packages, so I'm ready to go 3:40, and I'll get to my location 3:45, and it's still in the 3 o'clock hour, bro. You
I
know,
was just
and
gonna
I'm
say,
like,
why is
"Ugh."
it always that time,
Yeah,
bro? Why is it always?
Well, that's what they say, bro.
Yeah.
That's
The devil's hour.
That's a devil's
That's
hour.
what I'm saying.
So,
Like,
yeah.
what's up with that? Like, it's just a number, but it's
Yeah,
not.
bro.
You know, it's weird, bro. It's-
Yeah. So that those are pretty crazy.
Yeah,
You said
hell
you
yeah,
remember
bro.
something that I struck a memory.
You were talking about I think you said something about a window. Long story short, there was this one time that when I was still in the military, we went to Camp Roberts, right? And I got partnered up with some dude named Clark. He was like a police officer for Long Beach PD.
And he's in the military with
And he
you
was in the
as an
military,
MP
yeah.
because you were an MP,
Yeah.
military police.
And so, at Camp Roberts, they had these buildings where they would basically house the soldiers before they went off to war, right? For World War II. So the buildings are very, very old, and they had our unit basically clear the buildings before they demolished them. And so we got to go into the buildings and clear it, make sure there was nobody living in there, like homeless people.
What
or
time
stuff
was
like
this?
that.
What time of the day was
This
this?
was broad daylight.
Oh, okay.
Broad daylight. And mind you, it's extremely creepy, right? It was already extremely creepy because the buildings gave off a weird vibe as it was. And so we're walking, we're clearing like all sorts of buildings, and I believe we were on like the 4th barrack. They were barracks, mind you, you know. And so we get to the 4th barrack, and Clark and I are talking about like creepy things, you know. We're just talking about creepy things. And the thing is, I would get in trouble a lot in the military because I would take pictures of things that I wasn't supposed to, like where they would hide like missiles and ammunition and like bunkers, like things that are supposed to be hidden, confidential, classified. They're recording everything.
Pictures. Check it out. Check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out on Instagram.
I still have them. I don't have them.
informant.
Yeah. And so in that 4th barrack, we're walking by, and out of all the barracks, there was one window, right? And what are those windows called where they're like stained glass? They're mosaics, right?
That,
Or-
yeah. Stained glass
Stainless
windows.
glass, yeah.
Stained glass windows.
Yeah.
Well, we saw one, and it was like a religious figure, right? Like a saint or something, but it was multicolored windows.
Those are like church windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
windows,
It was
yeah.
a church window.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
I was like, dude, that's crazy. I was like, if I could pop that window off that the window, I'll take it home. 100%. Like I was taking shit that I wasn't supposed to take. And I still have those things to this day. I mean, I don't have them. And so, we saw that window, the mosaic, and I'm like, I want to see that up close. And so mind you, the stairs, raggedy, sometimes like you walk up as we're clearing it, you fall through.
Oh shit.
And so we're
Because
like,
they're old.
yeah, and they're
Yeah.
old, super old. And so we start walking up to that window, and when we get to it, and you're in the room where that window's supposed to be, there's no window. It's completely like shattered. There's no window. And so we're like, no, this is 100%, you know, where the window's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So we look out the window, and we even placed like you know, something to where we can see something outside, to where when we get to that
side, yeah,
that
the other side.
you can look at the window and see if
And
it
it's right
really is
there.
broken.
Yeah.
Every time we'd walk out that barrack and go to look at the window, you could see the stained glass window.
So you can,
Right
so
there.
from the outside, you can see the
stained glass
window.
window.
You can see it like as a church
Intact.
window figure,
Yeah.
intact.
Yeah.
And then when you go to the inside,
It's just
so-
a broken regular
just-
window, no stain.
Oh.
What the hell?
And it's not like it's like creepy or like a ghost or anything, but how do you explain that? Mind you,
Oh.
I
Oh,
have
that is
pictures of it.
Mostly. Oh, that
I have
is.
pictures of it. Like I took the picture from the outside, stained glass window, and when we would go in, no stained glass.
You still have
window.
those pictures?
Yeah,
Like, could
hell?
you, like, would you be down to send it so that
Absolutely,
I can,
yeah.
like put it on right here? and shit?
Absolutely, yeah.
So you still have it like that, like you can
It's-
find it.
I have to find the phone. I
Okay.
not
Oh,
find
it's
the
on an
phone.
old phone, that's
I have
true.
it.
Because this was fucking 15 years ago.
Yeah, exactly,
Mm.
exactly.
Oh.
I still have that iPhone though, mind you.
Just gotta find
It's
it.
in my electronics box. It's all together. It's in my closet somewhere.
Because that to
That's
try
crazy.
to try to explain that, like it doesn't, like what kind of
Yeah.
optical illusion was that? You
Not
know?
just that. I wasn't alone. I was with my
with
partner.
someone else who was
Yeah.
seeing it too. That's the best part. Like you if you're gonna see shit, it's
That
best
will
to have it
fuck
with
me up.
someone with you, you
Yeah,
know?
bro.
or multiple people with you. Like if you're by
Oh.
yourself, like for all you know, you were exhausted or you were dealing with some kind of stress
Just broad
that made you
daylight.
hallucinate.
Yeah.
You know, you ate something that had mushrooms in it, something fucking
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
Yeah,
you
bro.
name it. You
But
know,
not a
you-
chance. This was like at 10 a.m.
Yeah, to broad daylight, right?
We
there,
had
like-
just started our shift.
Damn.
It could have been other dimensional too, bro. You know, like something
it
like
could.
I
that.
strongly believe in things like that.
Absolutely.
Strongly believe in it.
Yeah, yeah,
Ooh.
absolutely.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
It wasn't scary. It just definitely creeped me out because how?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure,
You know?
sure. No, that's a weird one though. That's a
That's
weird,
a trip,
unexplainable
bro.
one.
Yeah, that's
right there.
crazy.
I can't wait to find that picture. As a matter of
That's
fact,
Yeah,
so you
bro,
guys
that'd be
can
cool
see it.
because
Crazy.
I'd post it up right now.
That would
you
be
know?
dope.
And if he doesn't find it, sorry, but I remember you telling me this story a while back, and I actually forgot you told me the story until you started to say it right now. You
I
know?
think I even still remember the password to that phone. Back then, the iPhones were like the 9 dots, right? And you would make the
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Okay.
You just
I think I
connected
remember
dots
the
and shit like
password.
that. Okay.
Yeah, fool.
Sick ass fool.
Yeah.
But there was actually, speaking about little kids and other dimensions and shit like that, there was the one with hours, bro. Alfie's house. Do you remember that one?
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
that one.
This is good.
It's
Alfie's
crazy
new
because
house
it.
or like where you used to live.
On Sigmund, right
Yeah,
here.
it's
Not in
right
Hemet.
here.
You
Because
know
he
what?
lives in Hemet.
Yeah.
But
That's another ingredient about your story too, bro.
Mhm.
Is that you have a witness with you.
yeah,
So
that was the best
Yeah.
part to
That's
this
the
one.
thing,
Yeah,
To this
yeah.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, like when we were like there, it didn't feel like supernatural,
Supernatural. It felt
or like
normal.
it just something that we saw that you see sometimes, and then that was it.
It was just like a happening, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing,
Something normal.
Like
that
something
you,
Yeah,
that
just-
something
you
normal
don't
that
doubt.
It's
yeah,
like the same as when you
something
see a
you see.
cat just walk
Yeah.
across the street, or you see a fucking
Yeah,
yeah, like the
like
stat
if
that we
you're
saw. Right?
yeah, something like that. Like it's nothing crazy, but then you start talking about it, and it's just like, fuck, maybe I did see something.
Do you want to tell it?
Trying to reason.
You probably tell it better, but that one, it still fucks me up because I don't know, you know.
Yeah, literally,
So-
you don't know.
I don't know.
So
Definitely
basically,
wanna
so
hear
here's what we were doing. It was during we were what, like 16, 17, because my friend Alfie's little sister quinceañera was coming around, and we were all her chambelanes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so as her chambelanes, you know, we're all hanging out, we're all boys and shit.
Yeah.
Like we're all like friends, best friends. And so it's 4 or 5 of us in the front yard, and we're kicking a soccer ball up on the roof, and it's just coming down, and we have to try and control it and hit it back up and shit like that, you know.
As
So
you
we're,
do.
you know, as you do, exactly, bro. We're
Yeah.
15, 16, 17 years old and shit, you know.
Yeah.
And so then this was probably like 1:30, 2 a.m. when we're
Yeah.
playing. We're
Oh.
still playing that late, bro. We're like up. We're just fucking playing, bro.
Yeah.
We already had our quinceañera practice. We already did all that we were supposed to do. So we're just having some fun, you know. And so it was my turn. The ball comes, boom, and I fucking hit it over the roof, you know, because the roof was slanted. So obviously the ball's like coming back down to us. But I hit it over the roof, and it lands in the backyard. I'm like, fuck. For whatever reason, I don't know why, but we both went over there. I think it was like, oh fuck, like who knows where the ball landed? Let's both go and try to find the ball. So we go back there, and the ball's just right there in the backyard. I don't remember us having to fucking do anything extra to find it. But we grab it. Next door, there's a wall like wooden fence, if you will. It's a wooden fence, super fucked up, not put up professionally. Holes in between the parts of the fence and shit like that, so you can see into the neighbor's yard, right?
Yeah.
So it's about 1 or 2 a.m. and we look, we pick up the ball and we go and we see a couple little kids, like a boy and a girl, playing in. We think
In the
nothing of
backyard,
it.
yeah.
They're in the backyard. They're playing with the ball, doing what we're doing. You know,
Yeah.
so it's
Playing
2
with the
a.m.
ball.
Yeah, so we don't think anything of it. And the kids were probably
Yeah.
like, I don't know, 10ish maybe, 10ish. We a little older, a little younger, give or take.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't really
But
like
they're
stay
just
there.
playing in the
It's like
back.
a weekend
Yeah.
by chance?
A weekend?
A weekend?
I don't know.
I don't think
Actually,
so.
it should have been because it wasn't a school day since we're up
Yeah.
that late. You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it
true.
probably was.
Yeah.
You know, and this
But it was just regular. They were just playing.
yeah, bro.
We just saw them
And we were
playing right there.
sophomores, maybe juniors in high school. We're sophomore,
Yeah.
juniors, roughly. You know. So the kids are playing. We don't think anything of it. We just, it's just like I said, it happened. We just
you were
saw
the one
them.
that went to go get the ball, right?
We both went, but I grabbed the ball.
Yeah,
Like,
you went all the way like to the
go
backyard
get-
to
yeah,
go grab
to get
it,
it,
and then
yeah.
I was like towards the side fence.
Yeah, yeah. So then we go back to the front yard. We continue to play maybe for another 30 minutes and shit. And then we finally call it a night. We go inside. And then I remember something. Because of something that Alfie, the fool who actually lived there, he said. And I don't remember what exactly it was, but it reminded me that house was vacant. And it had been vacant for months. Like that next door where we saw the kids playing had been vacant for months. And what's crazy about that house is since then, anybody who lives there for like a few months, bro, and then they're out. Yeah, I don't know if like they like bought the house and then they're selling it, or if they're just renting it and they're like, fuck this, like I'm out of here. I don't know. You know, it's all left to speculation. You know, but after it, I was like reminded that the house was vacant. I was like, wait, what the fuck? And then I look at this fool like, did you see those fucking kids playing back there? And this fool was like, yeah, there were kids playing back there. They were playing with the ball, like a little like handball type of ball, you know?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I saw them too. And I was like, isn't the house fucking vacant? And,
then Alfredo was
shit,
like,
yeah.
nobody's lived there for like a year.
Yeah, he started to get into it a little bit.
He's like, nobody's lived there for like a year.
Yeah, he was like, what
and
the
then
fuck?
and then we were both like looking at each other and we were just like,
Did we really
nah,
fucking see that?
we like I told him like I saw the kids that were playing.
Yeah, and that's
and
what
then
helped
he
me.
was like, yeah, dude, like I saw them too, you know.
And it was.
And I was like, yeah, I saw them. They were playing.
They didn't look
And
scary.
he didn't believe you guys.
No, he didn't.
They actually.
They were like,
to this day, I don't think they believe
neighbors,
us.
bro.
To this day, I don't think
Yeah.
they believe us, bro.
They don't. They probably don't. They
They'd
probably
rather
think we're
not.
they
It
probably
was
think we're
him,
messing with them. but
Alvaro,
no, bro.
Wyatt, and even Jessica, whose quinceañera
Yeah.
it was, and they're all like, nah,
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are you fools talking about? Like that kind of shit, you know? Now, if we're trying to debunk this,
It's crazier because they lived there, so they would probably know the little kids, at least that live behind them to the
or
left,
something,
right.
or something,
Something.
because that was what I was about to get to. If we are going to debunk it, it could have been the kids from the house next door to that house
To go get
that just came over the
ball
fence to go
went
get a
over the
ball that
fence
went
and they went
over.
to go grab it.
I don't know, you know. I don't even know if there were kids that lived in that house that I'm like the
Yeah.
neighbors of the neighbors and
Yeah.
shit like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, but if I try to make sense of it, like. That has to have been the only thing that it could have been. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it was some shit, some supernatural shit, bro, that just happened. Like I said, just a happening.
It just happened.
Yeah, it was just like whether we were
That's
there or
something
not.
that happened, bro.
Whether we
and
were
it
there or
doesn't, it
not.
doesn't even creep me out or anything. It's just something that I saw.
Yeah.
Like I'm 100% certain that I saw these kids play in that backyard.
Yeah, because
that night.
they didn't even look weird or creepy.
didn't.
or
No,
They
it's
didn't.
not, it's
They
not like they
didn't.
were wearing
They
old
didn't.
fashioned
Normal kids.
clothes.
Yeah.
It's not like they were fucking
Yeah.
transparent. No, they were just fucking couple kids.
And then this
playing.
fool goes and tells us nobody's lived there for a year.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
That's when it
Yeah,
changed.
that's when we
Switched.
looked at each
Yeah.
other like, wait,
That's like,
did
wait,
you really
what?
see that shit? And it was when he said like, no, I fucking saw
Yeah.
them. It's when I was like,
Bro.
all right, because I fucking saw them too, bro. Like, oh shit, dude, that shit was fucking creepy in the moment as we're realizing this.
Yeah.
You know, not when it happened, but as we're realizing
Hey,
this.
what about their attire? Like what do they look
Just like regular clothes, bro. Just like regular clothes.
regular
Like,
Of the
clothes that they-
times.
Yeah, they look
were just
modern. They didn't-
They were just playing. They were in
Yeah.
the backyard. They were in their backyard. Regular clothes, just playing with the ball.
and I think what helps me not be creeped out so much is like, well, they were just doing what we were doing. You know what I mean? They were just kids, but they were younger than us. You know, we were fucking 16-ish,
Yeah.
you know,
And they're little-
15-ish. And they were like
kids.
no more than 10, maybe? Yeah, around 10 years old.
Yeah, like around 8,
That is
7
creepy,
maybe.
bro.
But
That
even
is
then, bro, even if they were a neighbor's kid, I don't think me as a 9 to 10-year-old would have the balls to jump into a vacant backyard that I know is
just go grab a
alone
ball.
Exactly.
and go play
And
alone with
grab it.
And they
another
were,
child.
and they were
Yeah, they were
playing. They weren't. It's not
Yeah.
like they went to go grab it and left. Like they were
were just
playing.
there.
That was just me trying to rationalize that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it didn't look like they were just gonna go grab the ball because
And
it
go.
like went to the other side. It looked like that's their backyard. They're playing right there. in
They
their
were playing.
backyard.
They were like tossing the ball. Like, yeah, bro. It was super weird, man.
You could hear them like playing.
Yeah,
or- or
yeah.
It was no.
Yeah.
It was just like, this is their
I'm saying,
backyard. They're playing right there.
I'm saying like
That's it.
you like your human senses were all like in tune to what they
Yes.
were doing.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
'Cause you didn't just see them, you heard them too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It wasn't
We
like,
saw 'em, we
like,
heard
oh,
'em.
this doesn't, this
Uh,
is weird.
We were,
Especially because
yeah.
it's not like they're looking for like ghost hunting. They're just
No.
going to
No.
retrieve
Yeah,
a ball.
bro.
Yeah,
and
bro.
and we also didn't realize how late it was.
Yeah,
we were
that
just
too.
playing, having
so,
We were
fun,
just
man.
playing.
so when you fools left the house, did you see any cars like parked like
No.
in the
No,
driveway?
bro.
No,
it was
that-
empty.
That house
It was
was
empty.
vacant. You know what's
And
crazy?
we went back. We went back to the backyard. I remember going to the backyard, all of us,
to see.
and it was empty.
Yeah, nothing.
Everything was empty.
It looked like it had been empty
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
a long time, bro.
Oh.
Yeah. That was a crazy one.
I gotta be honest. It might sound weird, but I would like to buy a house that's haunted.
Damn.
It sounds weird, but I
No,
would
that's
funny,
love that.
fucking
funny that you
That's
say
weird,
that,
bro.
Jessica.
Oh.
Jessica,
That's weird.
whose quinceañera it was that we were practicing for, bought that house.
She lives there
So
now.
she
Oh,
lives
that's
there
right.
now.
They
yeah.
live there, yeah.
That's
They live
dope.
next
And,
door.
and
They
I
live next
haven't
door.
had a chance to talk to her to be like, hey, has any weird shit happened here? Like I haven't
Yeah.
had the chance. And they just bought it, what, like a year ago, maybe
Yeah,
two?
if that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, maybe less, I
That's
guess.
awesome.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I do want to ask her, but it's also like a haunted house. If it's not like that haunted, if it's not demonic, it's possible that it's just energy from the family before,
Yeah,
or something like
This whole
that.
land,
You know?
this whole
Yeah.
land is haunted.
Something
Look
like
into the
that.
history of it, bro.
This whole
Well,
land,
we
yeah.
didn't. We actually
Previous
never,
owners.
Yeah, we never
family.
had.
True.
But I'm also
True.
thinking
Yeah.
like, well,
Yeah.
Jessica and her husband, they have 3 boys. They're like a little happy family. Like
Mhm.
it's possible their energy just took over it, and like everything's
Yeah.
fine now in that house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just residual energy from whatever
Something
family
that
was
happened,
before,
yeah.
something like that. You know,
Yeah,
like
bro.
I never looked into the history of the house. I should look
And
into
if they
it.
probably passed away there.
Yeah, exactly.
Something.
Because
exactly.
that was the
Yeah.
thing with my house, bro. In my house where I grew up, like a bunch of shit happened, bro.
Which
I
is like
remember a lot of
right next
shit.
to the house.
Yeah.
Which on the right, your mom's house. You're talking on East
Yeah,
Lake.
yeah, yeah.
Which is right
Yeah.
next to the house.
Yes.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
It's like right next to it.
Down that street, bro. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the story was of people who used to live there, the original owners who from the 50s.
Oh,
Eventually, like, they passed away, and like supposedly their spirits like still roam the house, bro. But I think if you're sensitive to it, because some people are sensitive to the energy, bro.
like
I'm
your
not,
sisters,
like my sisters, bro.
Yeah.
which we're
They
gonna have
had-
on the Let Me
Yes,
Know
bro,
podcast at
stay
some
tuned.
point. Yeah, stay tuned.
But
All the
they
stories that
have-
I've heard is
oh my
crazy
gosh, bro.
shit, bro.
They have tons of stories, which I don't like. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've never personally had one, but whenever they would tell us the stories, we'd be like, "What do you mean, bro?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Like you didn't hear
Yeah.
her talking to somebody else? Like, no." Like no, we didn't. Like yeah, like we woke up. Like, I was a little kid. Like I was a little squinkly. Like yeah, we
Yeah.
all woke up. We had to like wake her up. Like stop talking. Like who are you talking to?
Because your sister was talking
She was talking
out, like while she was sleeping.
out loud, bro.
Ooh.
Out loud to somebody.
So you do
full
remember-
on conversation.
You do remember that though?
I remember
Crazy.
my other sister waking up like in the morning, like we're having breakfast, whatever. She's like, dude, you didn't hear any of that? I'm like, no, like I was sleeping. And she's like,
Oh, so you
we
didn't
all
see
woke
her.
up and we had to like wake my other sister. Like we had to wake her up and like tell her like, hey, who are you talking to? Like you're waking us up. You're talking like if it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Like what are you doing? Like we're sleeping.
And she's in her room,
And she's like, I wasn't talking to anybody. She's like, yes, you were
but in her room.
in a room.
So
Sleep.
just to describe her
Sleep
room,
talking.
look, we're gonna have them on, and we're gonna let them describe a lot of the stories and
Yes,
shit like
bro.
that. But just so you know, first of all, they're pretty sensitive to these kinds of things,
Of
you know.
course, of course.
And I feel like Lee's your oldest sister, who was the one doing the talking.
Yes, bro.
Her room was fucking scary because she had a bunch of clowns,
Clowns,
clown
on
toys,
swings.
and on swings just hanging from her fucking ceiling and shit,
Yes,
bro.
bro.
Porcelain
Oh my
ones,
God.
yeah.
Yeah, were they?
Yeah,
No,
yeah, bro.
Yes, bro.
And I remember going into her room thinking like, what the fuck is wrong with your sister, bro?
Why am I in this room right now?
What the fuck? Yeah, why are we in here,
What's,
dude?
what's
Yeah.
happening right now?
Yeah.
But
Yes,
specifically, and I know we'll talk about this more in depth when she comes over here, but there was a guy that she was dating, and he's the one who told me this story.
I keep seeing shit too, just so you know.
What are you
I keep
seeing?
seeing shit
What are you
too.
seeing?
I don't know.
I knew this shit was gonna happen, like while we were talking about this shit. Right
Okay,
here,
so
bro.
so
keep
check this
seeing
out.
me
That
look
guy,
back.
I wasn't gonna bring him up because I want her to tell that story. But I think that's one of like the
Like a,
minor stories,
exactly,
bro. Just to put in
exactly.
perspective of what story she
Exactly.
has.
Exactly.
So he visited from San Francisco. We met him, and then eventually we met his whole family. While he was down here, my sister was like, okay, so go ahead and sleep in my bed. I'll sleep with my sister, and then that's how we'll do it. You know, we're gonna respect the house. We're not gonna sleep together, you know, in the same room. And he told her, okay, that's cool, but is there any way that you can lock your closet? Because the doors swing open, and there's a little girl inside.
Who said
Yes,
that?
bro. The guy, my sister's ex boyfriend.
The fool that she was dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember him telling me the story too, though. Like he came to me to tell me that.
Yeah, bro.
He told her, if we're gonna sleep here, you gotta lock the fucking
Yeah.
closet.
Is there any way you guys can lock the closet? Because the
There's a
doors
little
swing
girl.
open at night,
But-
and there's a little girl in there.
But before he said that,
Nonchalato?
well, so the thing is, before he said that,
Yeah.
from what he told me, he had said that he went to ask Liz, your sister, like, hey, can you tell your cousins to stop messing with me? Because
that's
I'm,
right,
I'm
that's
trying
right.
to sleep, and
That's
she
right.
keeps like poking me and touching me while I'm trying to sleep. Like, can
Yeah.
you tell her to stop?
So he thought it was like a
cousin or something like
a
that.
niece or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
that was just
Yeah.
like fucking with him.
So then it was after that.
Wait. You guys are at his house?
No,
No,
my house, bro.
We're
My
at
house.
Juanito's house. We're at
My
Juanito's
house.
house.
Juanito's
This is
house.
getting creepier.
And
okay,
this
right?
is his sister's room
My house
with
has
all the clowns.
tons of shit that happened.
Yeah, yeah.
Tons of shit.
It-
Until we found out that people passed away in the house, bro. That's why I'm a firm
Yeah.
believer of like where you pass away, location
You stay.
wise,
Yeah.
your spirit clings onto it, bro.
At least for a
Yeah,
little
for
while.
a little-
At least for a little
Yeah,
while,
a little
until you
while.
go to the light, as
Yeah,
they say.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
But so when the boyfriend, I don't even remember his name.
Joseph.
Oh, all right.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Anyway, this fool told me that he had asked Liz to tell her cousin to stop poking him, stop messing with him because he's trying to sleep. And she was like, "What cousin? Like, we're all out here." And they were all they hadn't gone to sleep yet, like their family. They were still like in the
that's
living room,
crazy.
like
Yeah.
talking and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that, just chilling. And he's trying to go to sleep. And then after, when she's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" is when he said what you just said, where he's like, "Well, can you close the closet? Because there's a little fucking girl that keeps coming out of there, you know, and keeps fucking with me and shit." So that's just to give
Yes,
everybody
bro.
perspective about what his house is like.
Oh, no,
you
it's
know what I
crazy,
mean?
bro.
Yeah, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah, and
Insane,
then,
bro.
and then speaking of houses, bro, there was your experience with your sister.
Yeah.
Do you mind talking about that
I
one?
would love to talk about it.
I'd love for you to talk about that one.
In your house?
In his
So,
house.
I was gonna
and
say.
I love this story because he used to tell me this shit since we were
Crazy.
freshmen in high school,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh.
Yeah, bro.
No, it gets creepier. I don't know if I've told you this one, but
Let's see.
so the thing is, before we lived on Lyndhurst, we used to live on Kellerton, and this was like across the street from Lujon, which we also lived on. So when I was like a baby, we lived in Kellerton. You know, I grew up there for a little bit. That's where like my memories first started, was Kellerton. And then we moved to Lujon, right? And on Lujon, we lived there for a little bit right next to like Steinman's Park. And then from there we moved to Lyndhurst. The thing is, before we moved to Lyndhurst, I had a very vivid dream about the house on Lyndhurst, right?
Before you moved
Before we moved there, I had a dream about that house while we were still living in
the
Lujon.
same house?
The same house that we lived in. So the house that we moved from Lujon to Lyndhurst, I dreamt about the house on Lyndhurst before I even knew we were moving there.
Right.
Mind you.
What? So you
Yes.
didn't know about it?
No, I didn't know about the house. I didn't even know we were moving. Mind you, I was a little kid.
You're
you
a
know,
kid,
next
yeah.
year,
Like
right?
what, 5, 6 years old?
Yeah, you weren't trying to co-sign nothing.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I had a dream one day that we somehow moved to a house, right? And in that house, there was an attic. But that attic had no stairs. It had no stairs. There was no access to that attic. It was just a door up on the wall. And I don't know if any of you guys have been to that house on Lujon, or on Lyndhurst, I mean.
Yeah.
You've seen that door then,
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
garage.
in your
There's
garage,
no
yeah.
fucking stairs. There's no access to that door. There's just a door. Mind you, when we moved to the house on Lyndhurst, they had completely knocked down the interior and rebuilt it. When you're in the living room, off to the left, there's a hallway, and off to the right, it's like my dad's bedroom, and then my sister's bedroom, a closet, the front of the house, and then the beginning of that hallway again. So it makes like a U, and in the middle is like a
So
laundry
your,
room.
your hallway makes like a U-turn.
Yes.
basically.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Well, mind you, remember, they gutted the whole house before we moved in and rebuilt it. But on that hallway to the left, when you're in the living room and you're looking to the left, you can very vividly see a door, like enclosed. Like they closed it, but they didn't close it well enough to where you couldn't see.
This is in your dream, or this
is real. Like that's there.
That's what it looks like.
Still to this day, it's there.
That's what it is.
Right. Well, back to the dream, right? When I got to that house in my dream, we walked the whole house, and then my dad said, "Hey, put these things in the attic," right? And they're like, and we'll basically put a ladder, and you climb up there, and you get into there. So in my dream, right? This is just a dream at first. In my dream, I get to that attic, climbing the ladder, and when I get into the attic of the new home in my dream that we moved into, there was carpet. But where the carpet was, it was a big old pool of blood, right, on the carpet in my dream.
You're like 5-6 years older here?
Yes. And it was a carpet full of blood, right? And it fucking freaked me out because I felt that dream as if it was real, mind you. And somehow it scared me so bad I woke up. Long story short, a week later, we moved to that fucking house, right? And so we're moving things, and my dad goes, "Hey, put these things in the attic," right? And I'm thinking,
You're 5-6 years
I'm
old
getting-
putting things in the attic?
I'm getting deja vu, right? I'm getting
What's
deja
up?
vu like a motherfucker. And so I climb up to the attic. Mind you, there's no carpet though. There's no carpet at all. But when I look in the spot where that carpet was full of blood, there's a big old fucking stain right there, right in the middle.
So what kind of floor was it though?
It was wood.
A wood floor.
It was just wood floor.
And there's a stain on the
Yeah.
wood floor.
And it looked like an unfinished room. It looked like it was either they were building a room or they knocked it all down. Either way, though, what was hard for me to explain or understand was that puddle of whatever the fuck that
The
was.
stain,
And the
yeah.
stain, fast forward, this home right here was full of paranormal shit, dude, right? It was full of paranormal things, and it started off with my sister and I. My parents would always leave to family's house in Ontario, Compton, South Central, West LA, whatever it is. And every now and then, my sister and I, Lydia, would stay home. We didn't want to go.
Your oldest sister.
My oldest
Who's
sister,
probably,
yeah.
what, like 8 years older than you, give or take?
More or less. Yeah.
Just to give
Around
people a
there, yeah.
reference right now.
Me and Lydia would stay home alone. And we used to play this game called, it was like London Bridges or whatever. You put your legs like this.
So it's like the bicycle.
Oh,
Yeah,
you wrestle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Lydia was facing my mom's room, and I'm facing the
Hallway.
dining room and den,
Oh.
right? And we're playing, mind you, I'm a little kid, so I'm like a little mentiroso, you know what I mean? And so Lydia's facing my parents' room, and at some point we're playing, and I just see like fear in her fucking eyes, dude, like an immense amount of fear, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like so much that it scared me. And I'm like, what did you see, dude? What did you see? And she's like, nothing. She's like, but can we switch sides? So we switched the sides of the couch, and I went to where now I'm facing my mom and dad's room, and Lydia's facing the kitchen. And as we're playing, I see something go like this from my dad's room, right? Like look from the wall.
Like Sasomo, like he was looking at you.
And it was a shadow, like a perfect shadow figure of like what looked like a detective, like the detective hat, the coat, but you couldn't see a face, you couldn't see a body, it was just a shadow. And it fucking freaked me out, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, did you see that? And my sister didn't want to say what she saw. Like I said, I was a little mentiroso. And she said, what did you see? And I'm like, dude, there was a shadow. I was like, but I don't know how to explain it, but it was like a detective, like a hat with a coat. And that's when she, like, I could see it in her eyes, like the fear in her eyes. And she goes,
That's what I saw.
that's exactly what I saw. So we ran to the kitchen, we grabbed a knife, I grabbed scissors, right?
Just something, bro. Just something.
And we checked my dad's room, checked her room, we checked the closet, we checked the whole fucking house, and nothing. After that day, almost every week, sometime in the middle of the night, like at 3 a.m., I would wake up, and mind you, I don't know if I was just like the neglected child. Everybody had a room except for me. I slept in the den, or I slept in the living room, mind you. But every single day, I would wake up like around 3 a.m. ish, and my eyes would immediately go to that door that I told you was closed off in the hallway.
Lights off.
Lights off. Dark as shit, right? And I would wake up, my eyes would immediately go to that door. And I would just always get this ugly feeling. But for the first 10 times that I would wake up and see that door, Nothing happened.
Nothing. Yeah.
I would just look at the door and I would be fucking scared as shit. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Right? And so, I would put the fucking blanket over my face and try to go back to sleep. But one day, right, I wake up and I'm looking at that door. And mind you, every time I look at the door, I had the feeling that something was going to come out of it. Mind you, it's a fucking wall. It's completely enclosed and you just see the shape of a door. And one day I'm looking at it and I'm fucking like freaking out like a motherfucker. And I see something go come out that fucking door, go straight through what is the laundry room, right? And that laundry room was built, afterwards. So it like comes out the door, goes through the laundry room, and then goes straight into my sister's room. Right? I'm like, fuck, dude. And I fucking run over there and I check to make sure my sister's okay. Nothing. But it kept happening. Every week, I would wake up middle of the night, look at the fucking door, something would come out, go straight to my sister's room. Until one day, I woke up and I'm looking at the door and I'm like getting this eerie feeling like, fuck, that thing's gonna come out again. And I'm freaking out, but I had to see it. Like it was like one of the, like I had to see it happen or else I wouldn't feel comfortable. Like that shit's gonna grab me.
Yeah, exactly. It could be behind you or something. Like you gotta see it. Keep an eye on it.
But this time it came out my sister's room and went into the
opposite
door,
way.
right? And that was like the last time I saw that shit. And then we would have cousins sleep over and would never come back, right? Mind you, they would never tell us what they saw until finally, you remember Heido?
Of course, yeah.
Heido was the only one that finally ended up telling my mom what he saw. And then after that, my cousin Juanito, the gay one, ended up telling my mom. No. My cousin Juanito.
They're all gay. They're always gay. They're always
all
gay.
The Juanitos,
all the
bro.
Juanitos are always gay, bro. I just noticed that.
My cousin Juanito told my mom what he saw, but his was the same thing, but only half the body, like from half the body up.
The same thing as like the hat.
That's what we and Lydia saw.
Detective
the
man.
Hat man, yeah.
Yeah.
They never came back, bro.
Yeah,
they never came back to spend the night again.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't go back.
A week. I mean, a year later passes, right? And I'm in middle school now, right? And do you guys remember some guy named Roman Guzman?
Of course.
Yeah.
Big Ro.
Yeah.
So
Little
Roman Guzman, his parents would always invite me to like Six Flags or Knott's Berry Farm. Mind you, like we were, struggling financially, so we never got to go out to places like that. And his parents were like, "Hey, you can come with us. We'll pay for you." And one day they ended up taking me camping. It was my first time ever camping. It was exciting as shit. And he has a little sister. And the little sister had like a book of scary monsters, and we're like looking through it, and it's like the usual scary monsters, And on one of the pages, I flip it, dude, and I froze. I froze because it was the perfect figure of what me and my sister saw.
The Hat Man.
It was called the Hat Man.
Yeah, that's what he's called.
And they had absolutely no history on what it was. Nobody knew, like it had no story. People were seeing it.
So to dive into that a little bit, bro, people see that shit and they describe it almost exactly the same way. Like he has a trench coat. It's just a shadow figure with a fucking hat, like a fedora hat.
If you look into it now, people are saying that that's the devil.
Yeah, that's one of the speculations.
Stop.
That's one of the speculations. Just type in the Hat Man, bro. Yeah, because
the Shadow Man or the Hat Man.
The Hat Man. Just yeah, bro.
That's it. That's it.
And there's like,
fuck.
let me see which is the picture you pulled up.
I can't even, bro.
No, we got to, because trust me, I've already looked into it. But yeah, like that.
Like this one.
Yeah, that one right there.
Like that.
Yeah.
That's
Bro,
crazy.
when I've looked into it,
wait.
like I've heard this story, bro, like a dozen different times from different people in different parts of the world. And I always remember, like, this is what the fuck Rudy told me he saw. I didn't know about this fucking Hat Man until this fool said something, but I didn't know him as the Hat Man until a lot of other people started to talk about it.
Yeah.
And I started to hear these stories on YouTube, fucking talk to people who said they've seen that, and I'd be like, yo, my friend told me the same fucking thing. It's actually a legit occurrence. And they speculate like it could be El Pinche Diablo, but there's also just like people who say it's everything from like it's alien to it's a demon to it's not anything bad per se, nothing malicious. It's just someone who's curious and watching. You know what I mean? So I've heard all different sorts of things, but it's because nobody knows where the fuck this fool comes from.
Bro.
And the reason I know that there's got to be something about me, right? And it has to be like some type of paranormal shit is you know, how when my grandpa passed away, I didn't know my grandpa passed away, mind you. When my grandpa lived here before he got deported back to Mexico, him and I used to walk all the time, pick pomegranates, granadas. And one day I get home, or I'm at home, and I would always go and lock the door at night. Mom's like, hey, go pon el candado a la puerta. I put the lock. One day I get to the door and I go to do the lock, and it went, and it locked on its own.
Huh.
I didn't think anything of it. For some fucking reason, you know, one reason or the other, I thought nothing of it. I was just like, that's fucking weird as shit. And I walked all the way back to the den where I used to sleep, right? And when I get to the den, there's my grandpa. You know, we call him Abuelo Chaparro. I got excited as shit. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing here, you know? And he was like, oh, hey, mijo, I gotta talk to your mom. Go get your mom. So I'm like, okay. Run to my mom and dad's room, wake them up middle of the night. And I'm like, Mom, Grandpa's here. He wants to talk to you. My mom snapped, bro. Snapped on me. Fucking started.
Don't be fucking around like that.
Started yelling, dude. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Like, why are you yelling at me, you know? She's yelling at me, and my dad's like, go to sleep. What the fuck? And so, I go back to my grandpa, and I'm like, Mom doesn't want to talk to you. You know, she doesn't want to talk to you. And so we both, you know, the couch pulls out into a bed, so we both lay down and go to sleep. I wake up, he's gone. Next day, same thing. My mom's like, go put the lock on the door. Okay. And I go put the lock on the door, and this time it does it again. But this time when I turn around, he's right behind me, dude.
Your Gramps.
Like, and he goes, mijo, I really need to talk to your mom. Go get your mom. I'm like, okay. I was like, but wait right here. You know? And so, because the door is right where my mom's room is, and I'm like, Mom, Grandpa's here. He wants to talk to you. And she fucking snapped on me again, dude. And this time my dad's like, stop fucking around. Stop telling your mom that, you know, her dad's here to talk to you. And I'm like, what the fuck do you want me to do about it? Yeah. You know? And so, you know, they're like, go to sleep. And I'm like, okay, let's go. And my grandpa go, and we go lay down on the fucking futon, and we go to sleep. And then the very next day again, I go to lock the door. This time I locked it. This time I locked it myself. I get to the futon, and he's sitting there with a bag of granadas. He goes, mijo, here, I brought this for you. Please, go get your mom. I really need to talk to her. I'm like, okay, so I grab the granadas as I'm walking past the kitchen, put them on the kitchen table. Go get my mom. And yells at me, tells me to go to sleep. This time when I went back to the futon, my grandpa's gone. But when we wake up in the morning, the bag of granadas are right there on the table.
Ooh.
The very last day I saw my gramps, right? My grandpa.
The grandpa.
I went to go lock the door. It locked on its own. But this time when I turned around, dude, and I saw my grandpa, he was like green. Like rotten. Like rotten green. And it fucking sent chills down my fucking spine. And that's when I was like, what the fuck is going on, you know? And I told my dad, like, Dad, Grandpa needs to talk to Mom. You know, he keeps telling me he needs to talk to Mom. And that's when my dad finally told me, like, hey, you need to stop fucking around and telling your mom this, because your grandpa died last week. Right? Dude, I have still to this day not recovered from that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's not the only time that I swear on my life I've seen somebody that passed. Because my neighbor, Dutch, the World War II veteran, he died an hour before New Year's. We're Mexican. I don't know if all Mexicans do the same, but we leave the Christmas tree until after New Year's passes.
Yeah. And the Christmas lights up until like July.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, year round.
When I woke up New Year's Day, right? I woke up in the middle of the night because I got this eerie feeling when I woke up. Dutch was sitting on the little banquito that we would sit on to pass the presents around. And I was like, holy shit, it's Dutch, you know? Like, what are you doing here? That next morning, my dad gathered us all up, and I would go take breakfast to my neighbor every day. His wife had passed from cancer. And then he told us that morning, like, hey, Dutch passed, like, at 11 o'clock. Mind you, I woke up, like, at 3 in the morning, and I saw Dutch there. And he wouldn't talk to me, though. He didn't respond to me. He wouldn't say a shit. He was just sitting there, just staring at me and just watching. How do I explain my grandpa, Dutch, right? Yeah. It's just something about Hacienda Heights, bro. It's haunted.
Oh, well, they say bro. Specifically on Turnbull that it was built on an Indian burial ground.
No, it's not. It's not a burial ground.
Oh,
so
they didn't want to go there, the Indians, but they fucking forced them into that land.
This
and shit.
whole land is a burial ground.
Ooh.
But Turnbull Canyon specifically was called the Dark Place because the Indians said it was the place of the devil.
Yeah, they didn't want to go there, and the fucking colonizers sent them right there, bro.
When you said Turnbull Canyon, bro, that just took me back, bro. It just activated
A memory.
a memory, bro. Do you fools remember when you had one day during the week for school where you were going late?
Yeah.
It was late start.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, coyotes.
I was like,
Yeah,
what the
coyotes.
fuck?
Oh shit, bro.
Tell us before the time ends.
Okay, so quickly, bro. And well, I don't want to say this one because
Was it
it's actually
Wednesdays?
real.
Oh, do we wait for the next time? The next time we hit this
Yeah, I don't want to say it because
one? No, but we should talk about it. 'Cause
I don't know if
what
it's
you're
still.
about to
I don't know if
say.
it's still active. That's the thing. When you said Hasina Heights, land, burial,
Yeah.
Turnbull.
You remember this?
When I was a kid, I saw some shit that actually like happened and came out on the news.
Yeah,
Lady got dragged?
yeah, yeah. That's like a urban legend that happened here, bro. But it's not really a legend. No, I know. That's what I'm saying though. What I mean by urban legend is like people talk about it like
No,
it's
no,
an
no.
urban legend and shit.
Bro, my mom was like, "Hey, since you started late today, to go to school, let's go grab breakfast at McDonald's, the one that's off of Kalima and Hacienda." I was like, "Yeah, let's go." Hell yeah, bro. We saw red. I saw red on the street, and my mom didn't say anything to me. I think she was trying to protect me, like, "Oh,
She didn't want to tell you
quien
what it
sabe,
was.
quien
Yeah,
sabe,"
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what it is. It wasn't until my brother, who knew those people directly,
Oh,
and he knew what happened and told us what happened.
so basically, some girl got tied to a car, and they dragged her all of Turnbull, all the fucking Colima, I think into Whittier, if I'm not mistaken, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know where, bro.
yeah.
But
It leads into Whittier, and all the way to the bottom is like a Circle K.
Yeah, and so like they dragged her all the way there, and if I'm not mistaken, at least the legend goes that they were occultists, and that's why they fucking.
it's part
This was
of
like a
the
ritual.
initiation.
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
in.
for them, and it was like one of those guys' girlfriend or something like that.
Was his girlfriend?
Yeah, and was his girlfriend, and then they just
Yeah.
decided to
I don't
fucking,
mean
I
to
guess.
laugh,
No, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if we have
Was
to
his
edit and cut
girlfriend.
that out, bro, because I don't want to. Yeah.
Basically, you saw the streak.
I saw it.
Of her.
I saw it. I was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Quien sabe, quien sabe." But I'm sure she knew. I'm sure she figured like that's fucking blood, bro. You know, like what the fuck?
Even after the time goes off, bro, I got some things to tell you about Turnbull Canyon.
Great.
For
No,
sure.
no. Well, I'll tell
gotta
you
save
what.
those.
Here's what we're gonna do though.
You guys take
Take another shot.
Take
Take
so
another
here's the
shot.
thing.
We don't have no more.
Sometime next week, we'll get back into this again. We'll do another After Hours episode, another After Dark episode. We'll talk it because there's still a dozen things that I wanted to talk about that we didn't really get into right now, but that's okay because this is our first episode that we tried like this. You know, we're talking about this when we're chilling, hanging out anyway, so might as well fucking put a mic to it and record it and just see what comes out of it. So what I would like is A, for you to subscribe, B, for you to go ahead and comment down below and let us know what you think of each of these stories. Which of these do you think like are bullshit, which fucking none of them are, and which like what would you do in these situations or in these scenarios right now? If you know anything about Hacienda Heights and its history, if you have history of your own from your own city, fucking put it down below, man. We
Yeah.
really want to hear about
Let
it.
me know.
Yeah, let me know, big dog, because we will read your comments and fucking reply back to them, bro, because I mean we're active like that. We're back to it. We took a month off, but like we're back to it, and this is our first episode that isn't Let Me Know Football. You know, this is our fucking first Let Me Know After Hours episode. So a big thanks to you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate that. At the moment, it's about 2:16, almost close to 3 a.m. Hopefully, we
Gotta
get to
get home.
fucking pick everything up and get out of here
Gotta get
before
home.
3 a.m. hits. But again, really appreciate you guys tuning in. Comment down below, baby. Let me know. Yeah.